The 2025 NFL season won't tiptoe into existence. It's coming in like a thunderclap, and the epicenter is Lincoln Financial Field. The reigning kings of the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, are back, and they're not easing into their title defense. No warm-ups, no tune-up games, just an all-out NFC East grudge match to start things off with a bang. The NFL has officially confirmed that the Eagles will open the 2025 regular season at home, hosting none other than their arch rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, under the bright lights of Thursday Night Football on September 4th. You want fireworks? This is a full-scale aerial barrage to launch the season. The Super Bowl champs return to the nest. Once the confetti settled on Super Bowl 59 and Philadelphia stood atop the football world, it was only a matter of time before the league handed them the keys to the season opener. It's tradition. The defending champions kick things off the following year in their own backyard. But, with the rest of the schedule set to be released later this week, the league dropped an early bombshell. Philly versus Dallas. No easing in, no breathers. Just blood, bad blood, and bragging rights. For Eagles fans, September 4th will be more than a home opener. It'll be a coronation, the raising of the Super Bowl banner, a fresh symbol of dominance fluttering over South Philly. And once the banner's up, the business of repeating begins, with a test as brutal as it gets, a rivalry as old as the NFC East itself. This isn't just a season opener. It's a collision of legacies. The Eagles and Cowboys have been circling each other like heavyweight prize fighters for decades. Every hit, every touchdown, every sideline stare carries decades of animosity. And now, the league is giving fans the ultimate Week 1 appetizer. One of football's fiercest rivalries with massive implications out of the gate. And last season, the Eagles embarrassed Dallas twice. They didn't just win, they dominated. Philly swept the Cowboys with an aggregate score of 75-13, turning what's supposed to be a competitive rivalry into a one-sided demolition. Lincoln Financial Field has been a house of horrors for the Cowboys recently, with Dallas dropping its last 3 games there. But don't let that streak fool you. Dallas doesn't lie down, especially not on Thursday nights. The Cowboys are currently riding a 7-game win streak on Thursdays, a stat they'll cling to as they march into enemy territory. Why Dallas? Why now? When the NFL was weighing their Week 1 options, they had 8 choices on the table. All teams the Eagles are scheduled to host: Washington Commanders, New York Giants, Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams, and Denver Broncos. Some intriguing matchups, no doubt. But there was only one that screamed prime time. Only one that brought stakes, emotion, and decades of NFL history in its luggage. It had to be the Cowboys. And this year's version of the Cowboys? They might just be the league's biggest question mark. A new era begins in Big D. Change is in the air in Dallas, and not just the kind that blows in from Jerry World. After yet another disappointing playoff exit, the Cowboys made a seismic move, parting ways with longtime head coach Mike McCarthy and handing the reins to first-year head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Known for his offensive mind and fiery leadership, Schottenheimer's debut couldn't come with higher stakes. His very first game as an NFL head coach, on the road, against the champs, in prime time. Welcome to the deep end. But Schottenheimer isn't walking into Philly alone. Quarterback Dak Prescott is back, hungry and healthy after missing the final 9 games of last season with a hamstring injury. His absence derailed Dallas's playoff hopes, and his return instantly changes the Cowboys' outlook. And he won't be short on weapons. In one of the more under-the-radar moves of the offseason, the Cowboys pulled off a stunner, trading for former Steelers wide receiver George Pickens just last week. Pickens, known for his contested catch wizardry and downfield explosiveness, gives Prescott the dynamic vertical threat Dallas has lacked since the departure of Amari Cooper. A fresh offensive mind, a healthy quarterback, and a dangerous new weapon. Dallas may have reloaded in time to play spoiler to Philly's parade. For Philly, the crown is heavy on the other sideline. The Eagles begin their campaign not just as defending Super Bowl champions, but as the hunted. There's no more underdog energy. No one's overlooking them now. The target is painted in neon green. Head coach Nick Sirianni has kept the core intact. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and that ferocious defense all return for another run. But repeating as champs, that's one of the hardest feats in football. The last team to go back-to-back was the 2003-4 Patriots. And the path to that elusive repeat starts with a divisional gauntlet. The NFC East is no joke. Last year, the Eagles' T